Hey everybody, it's ME. This is my third walking installment of FU Fibro. Today's conversation is about medication mayhem. I have a problem with a lot of medications, and I have tried a lot of medications over the years, and most of them have been a bust. Actually, pretty much all of them have been a bust. So when my journey began in 2000, well, at least that's when I was diagnosed, the only drug that they were giving fibromyalgia sufferers was amitriptyline. It was actually an antidepressant, but they said it would help me sleep because they said if I got better rest, I would feel better during the day. So I go on 10 milligrams. It wasn't a lot. And for a while, I didn't feel anything. And then all of a sudden, holy crap, I was so depressed. I was crying all the time. I remember sitting on the stairs at our salon and calling the neurologist. He was the one that actually prescribed it, and telling him I was so sad all the time. I couldn't even watch commercials because they'd send me over the edge. So he said, well, maybe 10 milligrams was too much, even though that was the lowest dosage. So he switched me to something called trazodone, which is also another antidepressant. Again, I'm anxious and not depressed. And same thing. Once it kicked in, that took about a month. I must have already had, enough in my system that I became really weepy again. And I was like, this is not my personality. I can't do this. So I went off of that. And then I just tried a myriad of different things over the years. I tried gabapentin, which I had a lot of side effects from that. Made me feel really crappy. I didn't last on that very long. I think the thing I stayed on the longest was Cymbalta, but it was funny. One day, my youngest, Zach, said, hey, Mommy, how come you're depressed? I said, baby, I'm not depressed. What makes you think that? He said, well, I saw the container for Cymbalta on the kitchen counter, and Mom, Cymbalta hurts. So don't tell me this kid wasn't paying attention to the commercials out there. Cymbalta was a long time ago, but as I recall, I think I gained a fair amount of weight with that. And I mean, I prefer not to be overweight because it puts so much strain on my joints, especially my knees, because I don't have much cartilage left in them. But it didn't make me feel better. So I had the extra weight gain. I think I was even more restless at night. And then my joints started to hurt more. So that was a bust. I think the creepiest drug I ever tried was Neurontin. Within 3 days, I'm trying to put my mascara on, and it was like crazy, funky waves in front of my face. I imagine that's what hallucinating on LSD is like. That day I remember going to work, and somebody came in to get their eyebrows waxed by me. I couldn't do it. Their eyebrows were even like little worms swimming. Fortunately, Mark's cousin was working for us at the time, and she was able to do this woman's eyebrows because I just had to lay down and close my eyes. I was really scared. I didn't know if something was like wrong with my brain or what the gag. It wasn't a good time. There was a point where I just said to my PCP, I just want something to help with the pain. I'm just always in pain. It's a pain in the ass. So he prescribed Ultraset, and he said, Emmy, pain really it's gonna help with the pain, but you won't have any side effects. Dude, within a few days, my stomach was trashed, like seriously trashed. Doubled over in pain, kind of like when I take erythromycin. That does the same thing. It's like I'm dying of some crazy abdominal disease. So the Ultraset was a bust. I tried Tramadol. That was another pain reliever. Made me sick. A lot of them made me goofy in the head, which when you're running a business and you got kids, you don't have time to be goofy in the head. I have never tried Lyrica. Most people that I know who take Lyrica have gained a fair amount of weight, 20, 30 pounds minimum. It's also a neurological drug, which is similar to the Neurontin. So that scares me. And I also don't feel like, I'm that bad off maybe to even warrant trying it. My doctor's constantly pushing it, and sometimes I even think maybe he gets a kickback because he was all about that several times, but I haven't been willing to try it, and I'm okay with my decision on that. Now, I also have a lot of side effects from certain vitamins. Vitamin B wrecks my stomach. Calcium makes me nauseous, like I'm pregnant and having morning sickness. I've tried several different brands. and it just doesn't do it for me. I think one of the reasons I'm so psycho about the nutrition and making sure I have a variety of vegetables in my diet is to get as many vitamins as I can that way, since everything I seem to take has some kind of weird side effect. And on that note, I had done a video about how when I took magnesium, I didn't really notice any difference. But I think it's because I have a lot of magnesium in my diet. Spinach, salmon, almonds, those are the few that come to me. But my video was about when I get really obnoxious restless leg syndrome, I just take a Epsom salt bath, or I also have CBD balls that really work great in the bathtub. And I was really hurt because someone's comment, and it was just one person's, was, oh, she thinks just eating good and taking an Epsom salt bath is going to make it all better. And that's not fair. I was just trying to share a strategy that worked for me. And if you're a person that can't do medications or supplements, you know, maybe it was a good suggestion. And if you didn't like it, that's okay too. But I just wanted to say I'm really hurt by the criticism, because my goal here is just to help. I am not a doctor. I do not have a PhD or MD next to my name. I am a 55-year-old woman who has suffered in chronic pain her whole life. I do have a master's degree, which I'm very proud of, but I am not telling you what to take or what not to take. If you have lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, MS, or any of those horrible, horrific diseases, then you need medication, and absolutely you should take them. I'm just sharing my journey because for me, medication has always given me side effects. I do have a theory on that. I do think that fibromyalgia sufferers are more sensitive, or should I say hypersensitive, to foreign substances coming in your body. I even used a topical chemotherapy cream because I have several forms of skin cancer, and I used it on my chest and on my face. And it's supposed to bring cancer to the surface. Well, within about a week, I had like 11 open wounds on my chest, which does show I have a lot of sun damage on my chest. But then I started to experience a lot of chemotherapy symptoms, a lot of the nauseousness that I know people suffer, and I was very tired, and I thought, what am I doing? I guess I'll just go every 3 months and get this stuff burnt off, you know, like originally recommended. So, moral of this discussion today is, if you have complications with medications, you are absolutely not alone. I'm going to turn because really the sun was obnoxious. Oh no, that's not going to work. You are not alone. There's a lot of us out there that can't take any medication. And if you have to, please stay safe. But if you've had a lot of weird side effects and thought you were going crazy, you're not going crazy. I mean, you might be going a little crazy, but that's okay. I've just had a really hard time, and I wanted to share that with you. I hope everybody has a blessed day, and I'll talk to you soon.